The cipher arrived with no return address. 340 symbols, no key, no name. Break time 600 mens, 51 years. Then the code broke open, the midnight paradigm. 3 mathematicians cracked the FBI's 51-year cipher. At the midnight paradigm we examined evidence, not narratives. The Z340 was the Zodiac's most sophisticated communication. Mailed November 8, 1969. The Dragon card. The NSA reviewed it. The FBI's cryptanalysis unit examined it. Hobbyists spent careers on it. None of them broke through. David Oranchak lived in Virginia. He started in 2006. He was not a professional cryptographer. He was curious. According to his published account, 14 years passed. He connected with Jarl van Eyck in Belgium. Van Eyck had built software called AZ Decrypt. Sam Blake, a mathematician in Australia, joined them. Together they noticed something the FBI had missed. Not meant to be read left to right. Its reading path was transposed, deliberately hidden. When Blake identified the transposition, the symbols aligned. AZ Decrypt software processed the cipher overnight. On December 3, 2020, the message became readable. What we thought was a name wasn't. The FBI confirmed the solution 8 days later. The announcement was significant. What followed was silence. No arrest, no indictment, no name released. What we need to understand is what the Zodiac built. He began in 968. His first confirmed murders, December 20. David Faraday, 17. Betty Lou Jensen, 16. Parked on a lover's lane. A first date. 7 months later, the letters began arriving. 3 letters arrived at 3 newspapers simultaneously. Each contained a partial cipher. Together they formed the Z408. The Zodiac demanded publication, or he'd kill again. A school teacher and his wife cracked the Z408. Donald Hardin, a Salinas High School teacher, had no training. He assumed kill appeared. He was correct. That assumption was correct. The pattern cascaded from there. I like killing people. It is so much fun. It's more fun than killing wild game in the forest. Man is the most dangerous animal. His words. He wrote that killing gave him slaves in the afterlife. Paradise, dominance, submission recurring across all letters. When we read these letters, the pattern holds. This was not improvised. The Zodiac had a consistent mythology. Now the Z340. What made it different from the Z408? The Z408 used 54 distinct symbols for 26 letters. The Z340 used 63 symbols plus transposition. Transposition means the letters were scrambled before encoding. This is why 51 years of analysis produced nothing usable. Every attempt assumed linear reading. Every attempt failed. Sam Blake's contribution was identifying the transposition key. After 51 years, the Z340 cipher was finally decoded. The Zodiac wrote, "I hope you're having fun." "I'm too clever for them," he continued. "The gas chamber sends me to paradise," his spelling. Slaves to serve him, a paradise he designed for himself. He planned this, full breakdown pinned in the comments. The message contains no name, no location, no confession. What it does contain the same mythology from the Z408. Paradise, slaves, gas chamber, the pattern is consistent. What strikes us, the message was designed solvable. The Zodiac chose to reveal nothing, by design. He had been 3 steps ahead of every investigator. Court records confirm no DNA links any suspect. Now here's where this case takes the turn nobody expected. The FBI confirmed Z340, then said almost nothing. We reviewed the statement, more questions than answers. The statement excludes no suspect, names no one. It says, "We have been unable to identify the perpetrator." True since 1969. The Z340 changed nothing there. Allen was the SFPD's primary suspect for decades. Allen had a Zodiac brand watch. The timing was noted. He told a friend. The friend reported it. Investigators searched his trailer in 1972. Found nothing conclusive. His DNA was tested after his death in 1992. Excluded. Handwriting analysis produced no confirmed match to any suspect. Our evidence is stronger on what he was not. What the investigation actually showed, the killer was methodical. Attack location showed knowledge of multiple jurisdictions. He attacked in Solano County, Napa County, San Francisco. Each jurisdiction maintained separate files. No central investigation existed. According to the SFPD 1971 report, interdepartmental communication was limited. This is the systemic context that investigators confronted. In 1969, there was no National Violent Offender Database. VCAP would not exist for another 16 years. What they had, letters, witnesses, an empty lead sheet. He called police after Stein, described it calmly. 3 witnesses saw him. Descriptions were consistent. White male, approximately 35-45. Heavy build, round glasses, crew cut. Officers passed a man matching that description on Washington Street. Dispatch said black male. The description was wrong. That dispatch error has been documented by multiple investigative journalists. In our assessment, clearest single failure of this case. Paul Stein's murder was the Zodiac's last confirmed attack. After Stein, the letters continued. The attacks did not. Why he stopped, if he stopped, is unsettled. His last verified communication, a 1974 postcard referencing The Exorcist. The Zodiac claimed 37 victims. 5 are confirmed. The claimed count was mythology, not necessarily fact. The Z340 was solved. 2 Zodiac ciphers still aren't. The Z13 has 13 characters, exactly 13. Cryptographers believe it may contain his actual name. The Z32 may encode a burial location. 57 years of looking, 13 symbols remaining. Key undiscovered. Full breakdown pinned in the comments. In 2021, the case breakers made a claim. They identified Gary Francis Posty as the Zodiac Killer. Posty was an Air Force veteran. He died in 2018. The case breakers cited facial comparison and letters. So why hasn't the FBI commented on this identification? The evidence quality on the case breakers claim is uneven. Facial comparison without DNA or fingerprint confirmation is circumstantial. We cannot know if Posty was the Zodiac. Forensic genealogy has not been applied here yet. He sent cloth swatches from victims' clothing. Those fabric samples are in SFPD evidence storage. As of 2026, no touch DNA has been extracted. The technology exists. Institutional will is unclear. A pattern here extends beyond the Zodiac case. The Innocence Project's 250-plus wrongful convictions documented since 2000. Many were convicted because forensic evidence wasn't properly tested. Zodiac illustrates the inverse. Evidence exists, no conviction. The cipher was solved. The evidence still waits. David Oranchak's team received no government funding for their work. 14 years, 3 continents, no budget. They solved it anyway. That fact deserves to be stated plainly and without understatement. Z340 solved. Z13 and Z32 have not been. Active research continues on both remaining ciphers as of 2026. The community that solved the Z340 remains active and focused. SFPD lists Zodiac as open. Napa County too. Investigators today who have never stopped working it. We've spoken with people close to this investigation. Careful about claims. Careful about names. Careful about speculation. Carefulness is not timidity. It distinguishes investigation from narrative. What remains? The Zodiac's identity is, as of today, unknown. The Z13 may change that, or it may not. Touch DNA may change that, or may not. Forensic genealogy may ultimately solve what cryptography could not. That is the honest state of the evidence. The Zodiac understood something that took decades to fully appreciate. He knew the cipher would be solved eventually. He knew the message would tell us nothing. Paradise, slaves, gas chamber, theater, not clues. The Z13 is different. 13 characters, less room. The killer who planned everything may have left a signature. Or he planned that too, planned for this. We don't know. That honest uncertainty remains. The investigation continues, evidence preserved, work goes on. Some answers only lead to harder questions. Case file stays open. Investigation linked in description.